Isn't that magnificent? Bluebells are just really beginning to come through. We've got lots of wood anemones and lesser celandines, which are the yellow flowers here. The wood anemones, of course, the white ones. And over there, you just about see if I can get you focused in a bit better. There we go. So they are marsh buttercups over there. Hazel on the trees is coming into leaf at the moment, and you can just see the blooms in the trees over there, which I will sort of refocus you on in a minute. Well, it's quite extraordinary. They are mostly damsons down there, so this hedgerow is absolutely heaving with damson trees over there, and they form these amazing fruits which we pick in the summer. And our friend, the chutney lady Sherry, she will make various damson preserves, jams and so on. In fact, I had some for breakfast this morning. So let's just scan across the orchard. It's the newly planted orchard, and you can see greenery is appearing on the trees here, and it's looking quite fantastic. Some buds emerging on this one, and no doubt in one or two instances we'll be producing a few blossoms as well. So you can just see the cowslips just there. It's absolutely stunning, this place is today, and we'll be bringing our friend Richard here tomorrow evening, take some photos. It's just fabulous. This is exactly what looking after nature is all about. So all of these plants, all of these flowers will be providing ecosystem services to the very trees that we have here in this orchard. And the principle behind agroforestry at work here means that growing damsons like that in the hedgerow there, growing apples, and underneath the apples in some instances this week we shall start planting vines against those trees. So wildflowers, fruit of various kinds, all interacting in the same space. It's going to be amazing. Isn't that stunning? So the view that we've got through the trees over there, you can just see the sunlight glistening in the trees. Bluebells beginning to appear on the slopes. These will get thicker. As you can see, there's plenty of bluebell coming through there, in the woodland over there as well. Just look at the sheer volume of wood anemones, cowslips, particularly cowslips over there are just, oh, amazing, astonishing stuff. Let me just see if I can focus in so you can see a little bit better. Just, that's all cowslips in the yellow over there, up by the gate. Astonishing. So this is of a type of rare hay meadow that has pretty much all but vanished since the wars, and we've lost something like 97-98% of these types of wildflower meadows. So wood anemones themselves are indicators of ancient woodland, and wherever you see them, this usually means that ancient woodland has been there or is very close by, sort of thing. And then as you look down into the stream bed down there, a rather big overgrown scruffy hedge, which is exactly what it needs to be to provide a haven for birds like yellowhammers and so on. You can see the marsh buttercups growing in the wet area down there. Absolutely astonishing stuff. Plenty of bluebells down there as well. Lots of hazel trees, the damson trees in bloom over there. And look at just the foreground, it's just carpeted in wood anemones, cowslips and so on. So at this time of year, this meadow is at its best. And on warm sunny days like we've had today, you'll see plenty of bees, particularly bumblebees, etc., skipping about here, getting their early season nectar. And that's why these meadows are hugely important habitats as well. So, as I said, we'll be growing against some of these trees some vines, process of growing called arbustum that the Romans used to favour. Vines, remember, are actually plants that grow up trees in woodlands. So this will be reverting to their natural habitat. So this slope is actually southeast facing actually. And so where we plant them on that face of the tree, we'll maintain the tree around it so that it encourages the growth of the vine up it, and hopefully we'll get both grapes and apples from those particular trees. And of course we have the damsons growing down there, but also we intend to plant things like wild daffodils in here, native daffodils to the UK, which we'll do over the course of this year and next, and grow those for producing cut flowers basically. So it's another income stream that keeps all this going. You see, it's not easy or cheap to maintain this, and Richard, who I mentioned earlier, is one of our supporters, because it's going to require specialised kit to be able to grow these trees at 5-metre intervals on the grid that they're in, mow underneath and collect the hay, because if you don't collect the hay and you let it rot in situ, what happens is it enriches the soil, and if it enriches the soil, what you get is well, most of these will die. These plants that you see here, they don't like enriched soil. It's a poor nutrient soil basically here, and we have to focus our nutrients for the apple trees and vines directly pretty much on the plant themselves. You can see they're mulched around the bottom at the moment with wood chip, and that, by doing that, means we can maintain this ancient wildflower meadow and grow and look after trees as well, apple trees and pear trees and so on. The pear trees are right up at the apex of the site up there. So it's rather special, this place, and as you can see, it's rather special that we are growing in the way that we're growing, and our vineyard is just beyond the hedge over there as well. And again, wildflowers are coming up in there too. So this is what it's all about, maintaining an agroforestry system whereby we can give space for nature, encourage wildlife, wildflowers and biodiversity, and at the same time grow stuff that we can eat and drink. I mean, what's not to love?